Welcome to the Healthcare Facility Reporting System (HCFRS) training module series. Module 1: Introduction, Login, Navigation, and Logout. The HCFRS is a web-based electronic system that has been developed to support and streamline the reporting, tracking, and retrieval of incidents and serious reportable events (SREs) that are submitted by licensed health care facilities to the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, Bureau of Health Care Safety and Quality. This system allows for the direct data entry and submission of reports via a secure web-based system. DPH is making the HCFRS available to staff of the licensed facilities that have reporting responsibilities. DPH staff will also use the HCFRS to review, track, and monitor incidents and SREs which are reported by licensed and certified healthcare facilities. Now that we have introduced the system and its purpose, we will elaborate on the key features that will be covered in this training module. At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to log in into the HCFRS and refer to the appropriate training modules for details on each function. Please note that this system is built from a third-party tool. Not all functionalities that are currently visible on the system are relevant to our needs and may remain unused. In order to access the HCFRS, users need only a computer, internet access, and a secure login and password. No extra software is necessary to install. The application supports Internet Explorer 6.0 and greater. If you don't have a login ID and password assigned, please refer to the following URL on how to set up initial access to the HCFRS. https://www.mass.gov/how-to-set-up-initial-access-to-the-HCFRS. The HCFRS is hosted on a secure portal, maintained by the Executive Office of Health and Human Services, EOHHS, called the Virtual Gateway (VG). This portal provides single sign-on and secure access to EOHHS applications such as the HCFRS. Therefore, the login process will have two steps. First, you will log into the Virtual Gateway using a username and password. Then you will select the HCFRS from a list of VG applications and services that you are authorized to access. So let's get started. If you don't already have a VG username and password provided to you through the VG, please contact your facility access administrator who can submit a user account request to the Virtual Gateway. We will now demonstrate the steps you will go through to log into the HCFRS. First, open your web browser and enter the following web address: https://sso.hhs.state.ma.us. The system will load the Virtual Gateway single sign-on login screen. You will be required to enter your unique username and password and then click the login button. After logging in, you will see the Virtual Gateway welcome page which has a list of available applications to you. This is also the page where you can manage your name, email address, and password. Whatever values are stored in the Virtual Gateway for your name and email address is what the HCFRS will use. To update your password, click on the Change My Password link on the right side of the page. To update your name or email address, click on the Update My Personal Information link on the right side of the page to bring up the Virtual Gateway Personal Information screen. Now, we'll launch the HCFRS by clicking on the link titled Healthcare Facility Reporting System. You will now see the HCFRS login page. It has a Terms and Conditions link and a login section below. You can review the terms and conditions by clicking on the Terms and Conditions link. If you are an administrator for the HCFRS, there will be additional options for the application drop-down select list, but if you are a normal user, then there will be only one option called Main. After you have reviewed the terms and conditions, make sure that the Main option is selected, and click on the Login button to access the home page for the HCFRS. You are now on the HCFRS home page. Let's review the general HCFRS navigation and screen layout. On the top left of the screen under the system name is the toolbar. The toolbar appears on most pages and holds various functions including Create a Case, Search Case, Workflow, and Recent Cases. On the top right of the screen is the Quick Search, Help menu, and Logout buttons. Most of these features and functions will be covered in additional training modules. On the left-hand side of the screen are quick access navigation bars to workflows and recently viewed cases. The HCFRS uses workflows to identify events and tasks that require user attention. Based on predetermined and pre-programmed conditions, events automatically appear under workflows based on what has happened or what has to happen next with an event. For example, if an event has been entered into the HCFRS by a facility user, but has not yet been submitted to DPH, that event would appear in the Incident Reports Awaiting Submission workflow. Users should check the HCFRS workflows daily to ensure that appropriate action is taken for pending events. Also, different workflows will appear depending on the type of role of the user logged in. At the bottom of the screen is the help desk and support information. To log out of HCFRS, click the button in upper right-hand corner and select Logout. This action logs the user out of the system and prompts the user to close the Internet browser window within which the HCFRS was loaded. At this point, the user is logged out of the HCFRS, but not the virtual gateway. The HCFRS will automatically log the user out of the system if it detects 30 minutes of inactivity. This means that in order to not get automatically logged out, the user needs to have clicked a link or button before 30 minutes have passed. Failure to do this will result in a logout and the loss of unsaved work. To log out of the virtual gateway, click the Logout button on the right-hand side of the virtual gateway welcome page. This will close the virtual gateway welcome page and log you out of the virtual gateway. Users must log out of both the HCFRS and the virtual gateway. If you only log out of HCFRS and remain logged into the virtual gateway, you will then be able to relaunch the HCFRS without entering a username and password. Also, closing all the Internet browser windows and tabs open on your computer will automatically log you out of the HCFRS and the virtual gateway. This is a security feature so that users who just close the Internet browser do not remain logged in. However, if any other Internet browser windows are open, even those that did not have the virtual gateway or the HCFRS, the user will still be logged in. Thus, it is important to close all Internet browsers or click the Logout button after you are finished using the HCFRS. The HCFRS application has recently undergone a system upgrade. As a result, certain enhancements have been made. These will be pointed out in the training modules. Now that we are acquainted with the overall introduction of the system, we can proceed with the other modules that elaborate on each function. This has been Module 1, which covered Introduction, Login, Navigation, and Logout. This module introduced the HCFRS system and the detailed login processes and overall navigation for the system. Module 2 will cover creating, editing, and submitting cases. This module demonstrates how a facility user can create, edit and submit a case. It explains in detail the business rules involved in completing the data required for creating, editing and submitting a case. Module 3 will cover searching and printing cases. This module demonstrates how a user can search for a case and how to print a case. Finally, Module 4, Create, Edit, Submit 30-day report, is applicable for certain facilities only, and demonstrates how a user creates and submits a 30-day report to DPH. This concludes the HCFRS Training Module 1. Thank you for your time. Please proceed to the next module in this training series.